We are back. Good evening, everyone. Welcome into the show, Purple Friday Q&A. Grab your popcorn and bring your questions because we are here for a good time and not a long time. Good evening, everyone. Hendo, how are you tonight?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for having me on your channel.
No, I didn't have you on my channel. That's not how this works. Hendo and I, if you are new here, Hendo and I are doing 31 days of content about these Baltimore Ravens every day this month. And today is December 27th, and we are right on schedule. So,
Yes.
yeah, so I'm not having you on my channel. This is a, collaborative type thing. So this is awesome. Very, very fun. So if you have questions for us, please let us know. Drop your questions in the chat so that we can make sure that we answer your questions. Another thing, super chats are activated for tonight. And if you want us to continue having fun with you, and like if you're just enjoying and you're like, I'm not ready for the party to end, that's how you get us to stay. Because I think both of us are extremely tired today, but we're here and let's get it started. I see Coach 76 already in the chat. Thank you for being here. Good evening, Yolanda. Happy holidays, and I hope all is well with you this evening. Happy holidays to you, Coach 76. Shout out to the gentleman who put together a fantastic show week after week, Southern Baller Show. Make sure you go check them out. And Suge Knight, see, we got all of these wonderful live stream YouTubers in the house with us tonight. Suge Knight, go over, click on his avatar. Same thing with Coach 76. Click on their avatars. Mr. Galloway, another fantastic YouTuber, giving you all things that you need to know about hip hop. Make sure you go and click on those avatars and tell them that you are here to support because, you came over from Yolanda's channel or Hendo's channel. But I see you, Facts Over Feelings. Hey there. Glad you can catch another live. Good to have you. Osmond and Omega Red, good evening. Listen, the Nigerian Nightmare, salute to you. Thank you for being here. The
See?
Baltimore Ravens, thanks to Suge Knight's team, the Pittsburgh Steelers and their epic fail on Christmas Day, the Baltimore Ravens now find themselves in the driver's seat for the AFC North. Hendo, how do you feel about it?
Listen, I'm loving what I'm saying. I knew we were going to be here. I knew that the Steelers just couldn't keep it up. Everything looked bleak in the beginning of the season. We started off 0-2. A lot of people thought that we might not make the playoffs, but we have Lamar Jackson as our quarterback. And anytime we have Lamar, and then you bring in an awesome talent like Derrick Henry, we're unstoppable. I was talking to Suge earlier today. He's really distraught. Really
Mhm.
distraught. He honestly thought that his team was going to do something, but we had to come in and show them who the real kings of the North are.
I apologize, Suge. Listen, I did not have a lot of faith in the Steelers going into the season. I honestly thought it was going to be the Bengals who would give us a run for our money. Boy, was I wrong. But somehow the Pittsburgh Steelers under Mike Tomlin find ways to win. However, at some point, luck runs out. And that's about the best, nicest, kindest way that I can say it. Facts Over Feelings says Mark Andrews continues to be a wrecking ball in the end zone after a slow start. We had a lot of guys who had slow starts, quite a few, but it's good to see. Shameless plug, I put out a video a couple of hours ago. So if you don't mind, after this stream, go check it out. It's a really good one because it talks about kind of like how we got here as a team, where we were week one, how we were thinking, what we were feeling about this team, and kind of like the progression of the Ravens to date. So good to see you, Just Tornado. She said, I knew y'all wouldn't let me down and would come live. See, that's thanks to Hendo, right? That's all thanks to Hendo.
First of all, she's not telling the truth. Y'all need to sit up here and thank Yolanda for this one because I was darn sure getting off of work and thinking to myself, man, I have to record a video, edit it, put it out. It's already like 7 p.m. This might not be coming out till like 11 o'clock. And then Yolanda, she hit me with the famous, you might as well just live stream. You just going to do it's easier. Just put it out. And I was like, all right, fine.
Yeah. And I mean, listen, the people are here for it. So if you have questions, drop your questions in the chat. Make sure you to go over to Just Tornado's channel. She's going to give you that daily inspiration, kind of help you navigate the vicissitudes of life. Equip Institute also has a fantastic channel about getting your life organized. I know I need some organization in my life, so it's been a blessing to be able to sit under their tutelage and grow as a person because of them. Norma, thank you for being here. She says, Houston saw Lamar do Lamar things MV3. Let's talk about it for a minute. What do you think, Hendo, about this debate, if you want to call it that, in social media about Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson? Who is the real MVP?
My thing is, listen, it's a tough decision. Like, it's not always easy trying to determine someone's value to a team, because each year it's a little bit different. Last year was about one thing, this year's about something else. So it's really hard. But if you look at it statistically, if you look at it as far as impact goes, for me, it's going to be Lamar Jackson. Now, Josh Allen is having a phenomenal year. Phenomenal. Any other year, he would probably win MVP, but Lamar Jackson is here. He's alive and he's playing. And I know Buffalo Bills fans are not happy about that, but for me, Lamar just went out there and changed the minds of people in one game. Because before it was Josh Allen's the runaway MVP. It's over with. 3 weeks left. Crown him, give him his award. Then they saw Lamar and was like, oof, eat gats. We were premature. Like, yeah, we said something we shouldn't have said. This man he's still the baddest man on the planet. So to me, it's Lamar's. But if Lamar doesn't get it, I mean, I don't care. Honestly, I don't care. I just want it to be over because I'm tired of getting on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. And all I see is, well, Josh did this, but Lamar can't do that. Like, I'm tired of seeing Buffalo Bills fans just crying on a daily about an award that doesn't mean anything as far as your organization goes. Why aren't y'all crying about not making it to a championship? Why aren't you crying about McDermott not leading your team to a championship? How about that? Stop worrying about an individual award. Josh Allen's offensive linemen have already gifted him an MVP chain. Be happy with that.
Well, I don't know if just the MVP chain is going to be enough to quiet.
That's their problem.
I know, but I typically try to stay pretty mild. But there's this one Buffalo Bills YouTuber, and he and I are actually pretty decent on pretty good terms. I guess that would be how we call it. He's my guy.
Who that is?
I'm not going to name drop. So
Who that is?
I'm not name dropping, but he's my guy. And I
if
just
he's
don't
a
agree.
Buffalo Bills fan, he's not your guy. Who that is?
I didn't say he was my guy because we like the same team. I just think he's a
No. He's a Buffalo Bills fan. They're all obnoxious. Come on, let's go.
He's way obnoxious. But let me finish though. So listen. So he said in his tweet that he can't wait for the postseason where his Bills can stomp on the Baltimore Ravens, and then his Bills can stomp on Kansas City and make their way to the Super Bowl. So I kindly had to, just proffer a few thoughts, right? Food for fodder. And I said, oh, okay. You must mean the same way that the Buffalo Bills stomped the Ravens in week 4. Right. No response.
You just told on yourself.
What?
You just told who he is. You just told on yourself.
That's fine. I mean, it's not a big secret.
I already knew who it was.
I know you did.
Same guy who was streaming about Buffalo beating Baltimore. Then during the stream, at the end, Dan Mitchell, at the end, he says, man, I don't want to see these guys in the playoffs because if we see them again, they're definitely beating us. He cried. Now, I'm going to have to go back and have to remix it and let him know. Let him know what he said. But now all of a sudden, I can't wait to see Baltimore. Okay, stop with the big boy talk. Stop with the big boy talk. This is the playoffs, and this is a team you don't want to see.
You don't want to see us. You sure don't. This is a team. Hey there, Roy. Tech Troublemaker is
What's going
in the
on?
building. Click on his avatar. He's doing some great things on his channel, helping content creators just level up and go to the next level. And congrats on getting 1,000 subscribers. Kudos to you, Roy. Keep up the great work. Um, but yeah, this is a team in terms of the Ravens that we're getting hot at just the right time. The Ravens are really putting it all together at the right time. And it was rough, okay? It was a rough, bumpy ride. It's like you're being on an aircraft and the pilot tell you, sorry, you have to keep your seatbelts on, keep them fastened. We're about to experience some turbulence. That was kind of how this season felt, for me at least. And now it's kind of, wow, we're beyond the storm. We still have to win, no doubt. But at least we're seeing progress for our team. And that's reassuring, because Hendo, you talk a lot of trash and we have to be able to back that up, right? So you said it yourself. You're like, oh, I talk mad trash. So
I talk mad noise.
good evening,
Ain't
Nana.
even a
Thank you.
question.
No question. Thank you for being here. Good evening. That's right. Lamar Jackson already MVP, and he is a Hall of Famer. Him breaking records, it's like every time he sets foot on the field, he's accomplishing something miraculous, something incredible. And then in his pressers, he's so humble. I appreciate that about our quarterback. They'll say, Lamar, did you realize that you were doing this? Or did you realize that? It's like, oh, no, I didn't. He was running over 21 miles an hour. He's like, really? Huh.
Job.
Oh, I was just out there jogging. So that's it. That is kind of, Nana said he sounds delusional to me. He said his Buffalo Bills, and he said his Bills, his team, Josh Allen, 17, was going to lead them to stomp on the Ravens and then stomp on the Chiefs, and that was going to be their path to the Super Bowl. So if you have questions, make sure that you drop your questions in the chat. This is Purple Friday Q&A. Hendo and I are here to answer your questions. I have a question of my own that I'd like everyone to answer, if you will. Do you think that the Ravens will start or will play their starters this last game against the Browns? What do you think, Hendo?
Most definitely. We got to. I mean, we still wish to win the division. And depending upon the scheduling, I haven't looked at the scheduling. I don't think they've updated it just yet. But if we play the same time that Pittsburgh plays, like, we're not going to know if we need to rest our starters. Now, granted, if we can go out there, it's the Browns, DTR starting, they got some injuries, they're not playing well. If we can do just like we did versus the Texans, get a sizable lead, sit them down after half, rest them up. But I personally think we need to play them. I think we need to play them all 4 quarters because we've tried the rest. We've tried the skipping 2 weeks, having 2 weeks off, getting rusty, and being a little bit healthier. Football players have patterns. They have superstitions. You know what I'm saying? They have rituals. So keep it going. Let's keep it going. 5 more games. We only need 5 more wins. 5 consecutive. Well, we don't need to win the next one, but 5 consecutive wins, and we hit the motherland. It's all over. It's a wrap.
That's right. And when we win the Super Bowl, Hendo and our faces will be all up on your screen for the entire year next year. Isn't that right, Hendo?
Facts. It won't be live streamed, but you'll see us.
Listen, a lot of you have come, you comment. Thank you for, commenting on our channels, but some of you have commented and say, please keep this going. We really enjoy it. Keep up the live stream. So, Hendo, we have to give the people what they want. That's what they're asking for. So
I enjoy it.
absolutely. I do too. I think that we will play the starters, and I see consensus pretty much that we will. I do too. I think we agree. I agree with you, Hendo. We don't need to take a week off. We don't need the rest. We need to continue to remain fresh. We need to continue to progress each and every time that we're on the field. We need to improve, because taking time off gives me concern about a potential setback. And I don't want that. Like, oh, we took a step backward. I want us to keep going forward. So yeah, I hope we play our starters, and I think we will. I don't know if it will be the entire game, especially if we have a commanding lead over the Browns. Would you be okay with sitting our starters, maybe the third, going into the fourth quarter, Hendo?
Yeah, that's cool. Like, I mean, just as long as they get in there and continue what they're doing, because we've seen this iteration of the Ravens get that time off and then come back and not look like the team that they're supposed to be. So keep it going, keep that routine, win the Super Bowl. Like, this is the year. Listen, everything is lined up perfect for us.
Yes.
Perfect right now. Los Angeles Chargers right in front of us. We've already beat them. Push them away. Second round, Buffalo Bills already beat them. I just want to demolish them just to shut their fans up. But get to the AFC Championship game. Yes, we did lose to the Kansas City Chiefs, but I think that we're a different team than we were come week one, and we should have beaten them. The defense is a lot better. Hopefully, we can go at the middle of the field, and then we get to the Super Bowl, and possibly we'll see the Philadelphia Eagles, who, for some reason, since they played the Ravens, has regressed. Somehow we
Yeah.
just we beat the will out of them, even though
Yeah.
they won the game. We beat the will out of them, and they haven't performed like they used to. So if we see them in the Super Bowl, it's a wrap. The Lions, they remember what we did to them last season, so that's a win. Who else over there? Green Bay, they ain't ready for this. Green Bay is a sneaky team. They're not ready for what we have in store for them. Tom Grassi, you cool and all, but your team just y'all listen. Y'all ain't ready for this East Coast flavor.
True indeed. Love Tom Grassi to bits, but Packers aren't ready. Let me ask this. So, and leave a comment in the chat. And if you're watching on replay, thank you. Leave a comment down below and let me know. One team, if there is one team that you not afraid of, because we don't fear anyone, but if there's one team that causes you a little bit of, ooh, this one could be tough for us, really tough. Who is that team?
I only have fear. I fear one team in this league, and I mean, when I see that team, like I get chills. Like, ugh. And the only team that I fear is the Baltimore Ravens. We beat ourselves. When we normally lose games, we go outside of our identity. We do things that we're not normally used to doing. So the only team that I fear is us not being us, trying to outsmart people, trying to look better, trying to prove points. No, go out there and win a title. When you win your title, you've proven your point. You go out there and win the Super Bowl, EDC, now you can say you zagging is smarter than everybody zigging. John Harbaugh, your smugness can be overlooked for another 3.5 weeks if you win a title. Lamar, you don't have to prove anything to anybody. Like, you are that guy. But as a Super Bowl champion now, the narrative switches just a little bit. The hate comes down some. They're going to find and move the goalposts, but what can you say? And then, more importantly, if they win a Super Bowl, I'm probably going to get jumped by Buffalo fans because I'm going to become obnoxious.
Become.
Exactly. I can't become somebody that I already am not. That I already am. So I have to become.
Okay. Okay. I see several of you mention in the chat the Chiefs for sure, but I'm taking this one from Zach. I happen to agree with you here. Certainly. For me, it's the Chiefs, hands down, because in order to be the best, you have to beat the best. And this is a team that we just haven't seemed to be able to do recently. And so I'm going to give respect where respect is due. I don't really like the Chiefs. I think they're, kind of rude. I didn't like what Kelsey did and threw Justin Tucker's helmet. I'm still mad about that. But one team other than the Chiefs for me would be the Bengals for sure. I know what their record is. Like 4 and whatever, 5 and whatever.
What?
But,
Who? The Bengals? No,
I know.
the Bengals are 6-8.
I know, but I was
7-8.
being
7-8.
facetious. No, they've gone on a win streak, so they might be 6. They might have
7-8.
6, maybe 7 games under their belt.
7-8. Because if they win their last two, they'll end the season 9-8. So they're 7-8 right now.
Okay, I was being facetious when I said like 3 and 4. I know they've won more than that, but my point is they do not have a very impressive record. I understand that. But this is to me a team that on offense, if they could just get their defense to improve a smidge, just a little bit, that could be a very, very dangerous team. So,
Right.
you know,
That's right, chemo. That's right,
no.
chemo. That's a
The
clapping.
No, I'm not putting that comment up there, but okay. Uh, Let me see. Dark Horse is the Buccaneers. Huh. Huh.
Are you
But we
from
beat the
there?
Buccaneers. Yeah, but we beat the Bucks. So,
First,
I mean, again,
first of all,
go ahead, Hendo.
I'm sorry. Just ew. Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans is hurt. Chris God was out for the year.
Right.
I think Bucky Irvin. I think he's hurt. No, Rashad White is injured. Like they got so many things going on over there.
Yeah.
Bengals pass rush is a joke.
Yeah,
I mean,
their whole defense is a joke. But yes,
Trey Henderson leads the league in sacks. I don't know how much of a joke that is.
okay, that's one player. I mean,
Right?
as a whole, as a collective unit, you can have, and we've talked about this on both of our channels. Yeah, you don't have to have a stellar defense, a top, secondary, a excellent safety. Well, I mean, we've seen that we do need a nice safety, but you just need to have one playmaker, one or two playmakers making plays in big moments. He's definitely that for them. But beyond
Geno,
that, what
Geno
do the
Stone.
Bengals have?
Geno Stone. I mean, Sam Hubbard just got hurt catching a touchdown. I mean, they have pieces here and there. Nothing that they don't have anything that's going to shut a team down. But
Yeah,
if you're scoring 33 points a game, all you need is situational football. All you
right.
need is a couple key stops, and this is why they've gone on a win streak because their defense has stepped up some. It hasn't been dominant, but
No,
they've done enough to win. So to say that they're a joke, I mean, if you look at Tampa Bay's defense, Todd Bowles is supposed to be a defensive minded coach, and Tampa Bay struggles. They've struggled to shut down some of the weaker teams in the league, and they've lost some games that they shouldn't have lost. So for Tampa Bay to talk about Cincinnati, especially with Tampa Bay playing in a weak division where every team is struggling to get to 500, every team's struggling to win that division. They've had 3 or 4 seasons where the winning division was under 500.
yeah. And hey there, Robert. I
What's that?
take what Robert says just a little, I pay a little bit of extra close attention to Robert because he told me a while ago, excuse me, he told me a while ago that Chris Board was going to be something. Oh, thank you, Raven Frederick, for subscribing to the channel. Welcome to the
Appreciate
family. And this is a perfect time for me to tell you, if you are new around here on my channel and or Hendo's, please do us a favor. Go ahead and subscribe to our channels. If you're enjoying the content, double tap the like button for us. Go ahead. This is a vertical live stream, so double tap the like button for us. It helps our channels a ton. But going back to Robert's comment, yeah, don't drink the Kool-Aid for the Bengals. And you told me about Chris Board, and I said, okay, I'm going to see. And you were right. But in terms of the Bengals, and I'll move on from them because I don't want to spend this whole time talking about them. But Lamar does own the Bengals, but look how close that first game was against them. And they were, at that point, really terrible. So anything, it can go either way. Hopefully, obviously, we want it to go in our favor for sure. But this is a good one. Hey there, David. Thanks for being here. Did we talk about Keaton Mitchell yet? No, we haven't, but we certainly can. Hendo, how did you feel, or how do you feel about the return of Keaton Mitchell, especially now, even more so now, because we don't know how long we will be without Justice Hill?
I mean, it was good to see him. I think they utilized him incorrectly. Like even if he hadn't been hurt, like he's not the guy to run up. He's not the guy to run up the middle, and then he's coming off an injury, and you run him 7 consecutive times up the middle. Like, come on! But he needed to get those hits. Like he needed to get back in the thick of things, especially if they're going to utilize him during the playoffs. Great change of pace back. because we don't know the lingering effects of what's happening with Justice Hill. So this may be a need. So we had to kind of be smart about it, get him acclimated, keep him fresh, keep him involved with one game left. Because we right now we don't have any other options. Rasheen Ali, he got injured tucking his towel into his pants. He just can't seem to stay healthy. So we need to sign somebody. What is so funny?
I just want to know what happened to Rasheen Ali again.
He was tucking his towel in his pants, and
It
somehow
pulled.
he got a hip pointer. I don't know how he did. I don't know how he did that, but he did it.
I hope you guys are having a good time. If you are, hit the like button. And if you're not, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Just hit a subscribe button, come back, watch another live stream. I promise you'll have fun. Whatever you do, it really doesn't matter. Just hit a button. Listen, I forget 9 times out of 10 about Rasheen Ali just because he's not been a factor this season for us. And yeah, he's stays injured. But for sure, Keaton Mitchell, let us know how you feel in the chat. What are your thoughts about seeing Keaton Mitchell this last week actually getting some carries at the running back position? We've seen him in, the previous weeks on special teams, but this was the first that we really saw him have anything meaningful in terms of carries at the running back position. I thought it was good to see him. And I agree with you, Hendo. Let's protect him to the extent we're able. And by that, I mean, like you said, don't run him up the middle. Yeah, he needs to take a couple of hits because he needs to, get back into the swing of things. But that was a very serious injury he sustained. So let's be cautious. Let's be careful about that. RG says, hey there, RG, welcome in. Hendo, you're right. His carries up the middle were head scratchers. For what reason? Like, he's not a Derrick Henry. And we continued to feed Keaton the ball up the middle. Like we didn't stop.
They were punishing him.
And I think it was good to see that he still has that burst of speed. That was always a question, like, would he be able to return to form? Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh gosh. Hendo from the Rogue Pod sends a super chat and he says, take that.
You didn't say it right.
What did I say?
Yeah, I said like, did he take that? Take that. Take that.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm just kidding. It's a joke. Calm down.
But thank you, Hendo. That's very, very kind. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Listen, Hendo is a trooper for the amount of time. Yes, he is. Because for the amount of times that I've had to reach out to him this month to say, hey, do you want to go live today? Do you want to go live? I think we should. And I'm going to say 99.999%. Let's go. Let's do it. Nana says she's not impressed and needs to see a lot more of him. Yeah, I think this upcoming game against the Browns, we should see a lot more of Keaton. I think we should, especially because I don't think... Has anybody heard of an update about Justice Hill? How he's progressing? We know he went out with a concussion the game before last, but it's been kind of, mute in terms of how he's doing. Is he, so has anyone heard? Have you, Hendo?
Nah, I haven't heard anything. It's just, I mean, it's a touchy situation, only because like they don't need him to come back for the Cleveland Browns game. But once you suffer a concussion and it literally your brain is slamming against your skull.
Ooh.
Literally. So even if you take a week or two off, there's still going to be some remnants of trauma to your brain. Yeah. And the thing with me is they could clear him tomorrow, but come playoff time, is the slightest hit or him falling the wrong way, is that going to reignite certain things and certain issues to come back? So for me, let him rest. Tell him, come back when you feel 100%, 95% ready, and then wear one of those helmet condoms,
the protector. Yeah,
that's what I said.
David wants to know, what's wrong with Tez Walker? Why did we draft him so high? Hendo says he can't play, but Hendo, what's wrong with? And if you have an idea or you have a thought about Tez, let us know. Hendo, what's the deal with Tez?
He's not talented. Okay, so I take that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say he's
Okay.
not talented. He's not ready for the NFL. Even if you look at his journey, small school, going to North Carolina, like he's never been in a situation where he stayed somewhere and developed.
Oh, goodness. We have yet another super chat. Super chats take priority. So this one is coming in from Jaleel Rack. Thank
Appreciate it.
you very much for the $5 donation. Jaleel, if you have any questions or comments that you want, post them in the chat and you get automatic priority. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the donation. We really appreciate it. Yeah, exactly, Nana. Poor
Appreciate
Justice
it.
Hill. He has to get better. I mean, I don't like talking about it because, it was really scary. And Hendo and I live streamed the game, and I just remember him just being motionless and a lot of commercials. And Hendo said, "Oh, it must be serious because they usually don't have this many commercials." So,
Thanks.
yeah, exactly the Nigerian nightmare, quiet on the front in terms of his injury. So prayers up to Justice. But Nana mentioned earlier, we're going to definitely need to draft a running back. For sure. For sure. And Riley says concussion protocols they take time, 10 days to a month, depending on how severe it is. Yeah. And we have a sub. Thank you, B Ray, for subscribing to Hendo's channel. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate it. This is the season. 'Tis the season. This is what you can do to help our channels. Grab a link, send it to your family, your friends, your loved ones, and say you need this entertainment in your life because the Baltimore Ravens are winning the Super Bowl this year. And to take you along the journey and to entertain you throughout, go over and subscribe. That's right.
Just we gonna be here every
For sure.
day.
For sure.
Every day. During a playoff run, we're gonna be here every day. We're not live streaming every day, we're just gonna be here, like in my chair, watching TV.
You see how he puts a spin on that? That's fine. Yeah. It's funny. Ben Cleveland got to take the field in the fourth quarter. And what did he do, David? He did this.
He got cardio. He got some cardio.
He did. Oh, wait. Maybe it was this.
Oh, you're right. He did the OA. You're right. You're right. He did the OA. You said it. You said
No,
it
he didn't
correct.
do an OA because my OA recorded a stat. And, so OA recorded his ninth sack. So there's a stat behind Owe's name. So Ben Cleveland did this. Owe got this man on the ground. That's what he did. That's right. Question from Deborah. Thank you for being here. Has anyone noticed Lamar calling Harbaugh? I did not. And I'm trying to think, Deborah. I remember the last presser I saw where it was right before Beyonce's. It was right before the game, and I think they were asking him about Beyonce, and I thought he said Coach Harbaugh, but maybe he just said okay. He said Harbaugh. He's like, sorry, Harb. Okay. What do you make of that, Hendo?
Lack of respect.
Ooh.
He's losing respect for him. Or he's ascending to his place atop the throne of this team. Even though whether you like Harbaugh or not, he has earned the moniker coach. Like he's earned that, regardless how you feel about him. He's still coach. I don't know because I don't know what really to make of this because Lamar is one of the most respectful young individuals I've ever seen. Especially the most respectful athlete I've ever seen. So for him to just say Harbaugh, I don't know if it's because Harbaugh told him to call him that because he wants to be friends with Lamar. Like he acts like they're friends. Like I try to liken it to my children. I said, listen, I don't care that you're in your 30s. You'll never be my friend because you'll never be my peer. And as great as Lamar can become, he'll never become John Harbaugh's peer unless he becomes a coach, but they'll still have an age gap. But I don't know. Maybe, I don't know.
Thank you, Imani. Good. He was with his family making gingerbread. I'm glad that's at least that he's doing okay. So that's good. Thank you for that. Thank you. RG says, I truly believe our playoff run should go through King, Henry, Lamar, Zay, Andrews will do their thing. That's it. It needs to, with a heavy concentration on 22. That's what I think. What about you, Hendo?
I agree with that whole statement, minus Andrews. He's never done anything in the playoffs, so I have no confidence in him. I hope he comes through, but I
Yeah.
don't I don't have I don't have confidence in him.
Yeah. I mean, to your point, he's not done a whole lot in the playoffs. You're right. But for whatever reason, Lamar trusts him, and that's his security blanket. That's his go-to. So I'm just hopeful. I'm just hopeful and believing that this year will be different. Not just for Mark Andrews, because a lot is riding on Lamar's shoulders as well. Because there's the narrative that Lamar Jackson is amazing during the regular season, but you get him into the postseason and he buckles, he folds. So he's got to crush that narrative. Yeah, we made it to the AFC Championship last year, but then what happened? So,
So
a,
much.
right, a lot of it was on Todd Monken deviating from the run game. But did Lamar Jackson have a great game? So to say, well, Mark Andrews doesn't really do a whole lot. Well, we need to see it not just from him, but we need to see it collectively from everyone. So,
I mean, you supposed to be all that. I don't think Lamar trusts him. To be honest with you, in playoff form, like regular season, that's his boy and all. I don't think he trusts him. Ever since 2019, first pass, Mark Andrews hit that ball, interception. He like, oh, I can't trust you, B. Your hand's suspect. I don't know.
me,
He just hasn't done it.
yeah, me either, Imani. I don't know about Ali. I don't think we've seen enough to know about Ali. He just stays on. He appears on the injury report way too frequently. Preston, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you.
We want to see you. We want to
Yeah,
see you.
yeah, we coming for you, Preston. We're coming
Oh,
for
wait
you.
a minute. Wait a minute. I didn't say we coming. I just said we want to see you. We
We're
gotta get
coming
there
for.
first. We gotta get there first. No, slow down. Slow
I'm
down. We
speaking
gotta,
you.
we
I'm
gotta get,
speaking
we
you.
gotta get there first. I
We
mean, yeah,
are.
we all want to speak it, but we gotta get there first. Listen, every year with Lamar that we've lost in the playoffs, that playoff game that we've lost has been the lowest scoring game of the year. Every time,
Yeah.
every time. So, I mean, LA got him. We should take care of the Bills, but as long as we keep this narrative going, discipline, low penalties, run the ball, no injuries. As long as we keep that, we should be seeing Kansas City in the championship game. That's if they can get there.
I was gonna say now you're assuming
That's if
they're
they.
getting there.
That's if they can get there. Them.
Okay. I was gonna say you're making a lot of assumptions on you telling me not to make assumptions on us
I
getting
mean,
there.
but if listen, if we go through history, 6 consecutive AFC Championship games. I mean, yeah, man,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
But that's
for
if they
sure.
make it. This is a new year. Listen, we broke the curse with Pittsburgh. And you said that we've had trouble beating the Kansas City Chiefs. We've had more trouble beating the Pittsburgh Steelers, and we just beat them. And we broke the cycle of one score games. So we dominated them when we played. And I think when we did that, we exercised certain ghosts from the past. We lifted that monkey off of our back. And I think we're playing a lot freer than we have. That's why we were able to do what we did against Houston. And I think going forward, we now know that we can beat anybody we go up against.
For sure. David has a question for us. Will Lamar do Mahomes like Eli Manning did Tom Brady? Ooh.
Mm,
Ooh, good question, David. What do you think,
mm.
Hendo? Mm.
Yes, he no he no he won't. No, he won't, because here's the thing: what Eli did, amazing. Tom Brady sees him in his nightmares. But Eli barely put up enough points to beat Tom Brady. He did it. He put up enough. He barely beat him. I think that when Lamar gets in there, Lamar is going to put up points. So it's not going to be a low-scoring game where we have to sweat it out to the end. I think Lamar definitively is going to lead this team past Kansas City. I'm not saying they're blowing them out, but it's going to be by enough that we can, in the fourth quarter, breathe a sigh of relief and say, you know what? We're going to the Super Bowl.
I yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Agreed.
likely has a touchdown in the playoffs
He sure
already.
does. He does. He sure does. But that brings up a point, Nana, and anyone else in the chat as well. Why do the Ravens purposely not play Isaiah Likely? Why do you think that is? Especially like Nana said, Lamar trusts Isaiah Likely. So why not play him more? What would you think? What do you think, Hendo?
I believe it's because of his lack of effort sometimes. If you watch him and we spoke about this during the Houston game when he wasn't getting targeted, lazy blocking out there just going through the motions. But when they targeted him and he got a touchdown, now he picks his game up. So the first game of the season, he gets 111 yards. I think he had like 11 targets. He's out there being very active. The next week he came in, he was a little active, and he started seeing his targets and his numbers go down, and you started to see his effort go down. And it shouldn't be that way. Your effort should not be directly correlated to how involved you are into a game plan. And I think that's why the coaches sit him down, because listen, we are supposed to be a run dominant team. We need you to block. We need you to block. And if you're just out there watching people like Zay did, because Isaiah did it too, watching people just run at Lamar like, I ain't got to touch him. Like, we don't need you on the field. Now, I think that with a coach that is as petty as Harbaugh is, he intentionally takes the ball out your hands. Like, listen, we need to teach him a lesson. Don't give him the ball. Or sit him on the bench. You can't get the ball if you're sitting.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole Isaiah Likely, I don't feel like blocking. That's not a part of my job description. That's just not okay. It isn't. But Carla made a statement.
Hey,
The Ravens could win.
Kayla?
I'm sorry, I said Carla. I apologize. Kayla, she said the Ravens could win the Super Bowl this year. Could.
They are. They will.
Kayla, we're going to win the Super Bowl this year, and I hope you stick around for the ride because Hendo's going to be obnoxious. He said it. Those are his words, not mine. Those
Steelers fans, Bengals fans,
Bills fans,
Chiefs fans.
Man,
the Chiefs fans to me haven't been that bad. Like,
yeah, the Chiefs. I will say the Chiefs fans. I don't think I encountered one, but he was just mouthy to other teams too. But Chiefs fans are generally respectful. They just stand on their own business.
Buffalo used to be that way. Their fans used to be very respectful. They did. I don't know what happened to them.
When?
Maybe they moved into the big boy league and had to give themselves an air of confidence. I'm not for certain, but yes, Kayla, we are winning the Super Bowl this year. If not, I might have to shut this down and come back next week.
Come back again.
I had to shut this operation down and come back a little bit later.
Hilarious. Imani wants to know. I'm sorry. Imani wants to know what's going on with TJ Tampa.
Oh, that's simple. He's another one that can't play. And this one, unfortunately, he got hurt putting his wrist tape on. Like, I don't know how you break a bone in your arm putting on tape. Like, so fragile. He needs some milk. Almond milk, that is.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with TJ Tampa. He's like between Tampa and Rasheen Ali. I don't want to say wasted draft picks, but
Smack, Leary.
Devin Leary.
Adisa Isaac is Dennis Leary, the comedian. It's not Devin, it's Dennis. It's the comedian. Adisa Isaac. I mean, let's just go down a list of wasted draft picks all the way till the end.
No. We'll be here all night.
And yes, Andrews is amazing in the regular season. Show me his touchdowns during the postseason in 7 years. I can tell you right now, it's none. Zero.
Jaleel wants to know, do you think Harbs has evolved with the times like Andy Reid? Or is he living through Lamar Jackson and our coordinator's success? I don't think he has evolved. I think when I think of John Harbaugh, I think of someone who is stuck in the days of old and what might have worked 10, 12 plus years ago might not work today. So I don't think that there has been an evolution, at least in the mindset, because quarterbacks today play different, with the exception of a few true, a few ones remaining who are not quote unquote mobile quarterbacks or dual threat quarterbacks. It's a change now in the NFL. And you as a head coach need to evolve with them or with the change. And I don't think he has done that. So that's my thought. What about you, Hendo?
You know that man hasn't evolved into anything. He's still doing the same things he's always done. Like
Yeah.
he went out and he hires his friends, and we fail miserably. We won a Super Bowl. He did the same thing over and over until they hired Gary Kubiak. Had great success. Gary Kubiak went and got a head coaching job. He went out and did the same thing, hired his friends, brought in Marty Morningwig, brought in Greg Roman, brought in Mark Trestman. Guys that just were not synonymous with winning. But they were his boys. They were cool. We kept Greg Roman too long. Like there should have been a time as a head coach where he said, you know what? I didn't think that Lamar could be this, but he actually is. Now let me go get somebody that can maximize his skills. Even with the success that Todd Monken is having, a lot of the success and a lot of Greg Roman's success comes from the quarterback, not his system. Lamar Jackson's evolution is what's making them look good. So in turn, it makes John Harbaugh look good for the hires. But in essence, no, there were so many younger coordinators out there that have taken a lot lesser talents and done amazing things with offenses. If we could have just brought one of those guys in, you know, because appreciate you, because we don't have an Andy Reid type head coach that can implement his offensive scheme. He implements his special team scheme, and we suck. But yeah, so yeah, he hasn't evolved. He just has surrounded himself with generational type talent on both sides of his career. In the beginning and right now, he has generational type talent around him that's helping him win. And because he's not the coach that has evolved from what he should have, that's why we don't have any Super Bowls in the last 5 years.
Despite having
Hmm.
amazing talent
Hmm.
on the field.
Hmm. Yes, David Ajabo is horrible, and that's
He
somebody people
is.
had to have. And this is why I push back so hard, and I don't mean anything toward the player. This is why I push back so hard when Ravens fans jump off the fence, talking about, man, we got first round talent in the second round. Did we? Did we? Did we? And that's what everybody said. If David Ajabo hadn't gotten hurt, he would have been. But guess what? He did get hurt. He did get hurt. And that affects your play going forward. So don't tell me what value you got in the draft. Tell me what production you have on the field. That's what's most important. And that's the one thing that I think that we miss as an organization is, can guys play football? Not what we think they may be able to do 2 or 3 years down the line, because that is a wasted pick. That is a pick that we could have used to give Lamar some type of weapon, some type of blocker in the second round that would pay dividends today. But no, we got to sit back and think, well, what are we going to do with Ojabo next year? Are we going to, after next season, are we going to let him play his rookie contract out? Are we going to sign him to an extension? Or are we going to let him go? Because now, guess what? That's from the way that things were trending with him being a healthy scratch 4 out of 5 games, they were going to release him after this year. So that means a second round pick spent 2 years with a team, 3 years with a team, and they let him go. That is unfathomable when it comes to the Baltimore Ravens, because they don't let go of draft picks. But we were going to do that because we thought we had first round talent in the second round, but nobody wants to pay attention. He played opposite Aiden Hutchinson. That makes life a lot easier for a player in college.
Yeah.
It would have made me look good. So, man, get out of here. But that falls on your decision makers being stuck in the past. EDC too. He's stuck under that Ozzie Newsome regime of doing things and drafting. Like, you need to think outside the box and stop going for height, weight, and speed, and actually go for guys that can play football. Because I've never heard them say they've actually asked the question, do you love football? But they ask them all these personality questions to find out if they're good guys. I don't need good guys on my team. I need somebody, when Chris Jones gets close to Lamar and does something he's not supposed to do, knocks Chris Jones on his, you know what? And I sit there, as even Ronnie Stanley, when Ronnie Stanley gives us a sack, he stands there and watches Lamar. And I'm like, yo, that's supposed to be your boy. And you just watch this dude disrespect your quarterback, step on him, whatever. And you stand there and you don't even help him up. Like, you don't
Mm,
defend them, but you don't
yeah.
even help them up. You stand there looking at them, because these are the type guys that we draft. And it shows up in the playoffs when you have guys like Kelsey throwing Tucker's helmet. It's all psychological. You don't like it, but it's psychological. And it
Yeah.
affected us. Like, it
Yeah.
affected us. They did their job. We don't do that. We want to play, come on, let's have a good clean game and go out there and play our best. Let's do that. And then we get beat. And then we're sitting at home looking stupid because we led the league in wins, and then we went and crapped the bed in the playoffs.
Hmm. But not this year.
But
Not
not this
this
year.
year.
Oh,
No,
but not this
not
year.
this year.
I went off
No.
on a tangent, but not this year. Forget all what I just said.
No, no, no. I'm saying everything that you said is correct, but I'm just saying this year is going to be different for us. I guarantee it. David says, you guys are a great duo. Thank you, David.
Appreciate it.
Like Henry and Lamar. So who is Lamar?
Cheers.
He is. He's Lamar.
I'm Rasheen.
He's,
I'm Rasheen Ali. I hurt myself getting the
well, then I
oranges out
guess
the
I'm
fridge.
Josh Johnson. I don't know. Thank you, Ian, for subscribing. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
I
Nana
injured
says,
myself
all
putting
Harbaugh.
marshmallows in my cup.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I injured myself putting marshmallows in the cup. I'm Rasheen Ali.
Mm. All Harbaugh does is live through good players' success. Just exactly right. That's what Hendo is saying. He never knew anything, and he still doesn't. Ooh, she preaching. She's preaching.
Mm, mm.
But I think that's pretty much it. That's what we kind of had on deck for tonight. If you have any final questions for us, type fast. Let us know. Drop your questions in the chat before we get ready to say good night. Let us know. But I can tell you, I'm feeling good about our team right now. And we are finding ways to win despite John Harbaugh. We're finding ways to win despite deficiencies, despite an O-line that's just, I don't know. Real quick, let me know in the chat. What grade do you give the O-line through 17 weeks? What do you give the O-line? Hendo, what grade do you give us?
I give my O for osmosis.
Would you please explain?
They just good because of Lamar. By
Yeah.
proxy.
I'm going to give the O-line a C minus. Yeah. I'm going to say a C minus. I'll give them a C minus. But my point was, we're finding ways to win despite having a not great O-line. And that's what gives me hope that we're figuring out this Ravens team can go all the way, even though we don't have great protection for Lamar. Thank you, Philip. Good evening. Thanks for being here. And thank you for the $2 donation. Lamar is finally going to get that Lombardi trophy. Yes. I believe it. It's his time. It's right now.
Okay.
I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Is it Lena or Lena? I think it's Lena.
Lena. What?
I have a friend named Lena, and she spells it Lina, but I don't know if it's Lena or Lena, but she gives them an I. You guys remember back in grade school, you get an I? Incomplete. I love that. I love that.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know if they had that during my time. I don't know if they had the eyes during my time. But listen, the thing for me, the most exciting thing for me is the scariest part about the Baltimore Ravens is, as dominant as we have been at times during the season, we have not played our best football. We have not played complete team football. And once we put that together, there is nobody in the league that can stop us. We've seen some other teams throughout the league, some of the front runners played their best football and not win. We've seen Buffalo go up against a weak Rams team, give their best, and still lost. We saw the Kansas City Chiefs go up against Buffalo, give their best, still lost. We have not given our best or put our best foot forward yet. We smashed the Bills, yes. Came close to beating the Chiefs. It was the first game. We weren't all together, but Chiefs put together a great game plan and hit our deficiencies. I think that we've cleaned up a lot of our deficiencies. What's up, Wraith Kingdom? We've hit a lot of our deficiencies and made them a lot better. Lamar is more comfortable. Lamar is more dynamic. Lamar is doing things that he has not done. Lamar is 45 yards away from 4,000 passing yards. Who would have thought Lamar Jackson would have 4,000 passing yards in his career? Now, mind you, he's only 168 yards away from 1,000 rushing, and that's without even trying.
Hmm.
He hasn't even tried to run the ball and almost has 1,000 yards. He just broke Michael Vick's all-time rushing record for QBs with 6,110 yards. And I think now that his mama then cursed him out and lit that fire underneath him, listen, when he sees that lane and he sees that alley, he's going to take advantage of it. So I think that the Ravens, once they hit their final form, once they get to that top level boss, there is nobody in this league that is going to be able to beat us. What's up, Jose?
Hey there, Jose. Thank you for being here. Make sure to click on his avatar, one half of Lunch Break Hot Take. He and his brother do an amazing show on Wednesdays at 7 p.m., 7:15
15.
p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you go over if you love the Ravens and or the Panthers. You don't want to miss the show. And also, Big Reg is here. Click on his avatar because guess what? He is back with his hot takes about the Ravens. For one, he said John Harbaugh and this O-line get an A+.
Yes.
Then he went on to say, have you seen how well disciplined this team is and how the O-line doesn't allow anyone through? Yes, Reg, I've seen it. Not. Rave Kingdom gives our O-line a B+. And he said, Ben Cleveland, yeah, I don't know if you were in here earlier, Rave, but Ben Cleveland got his chance, right? And this is what he did. He's just...
Rave.
He's got to do better than that.
Rave, give her the business when it comes to somebody missing, when it comes to OA. He's the kid. This is why we call him Mr. Whiffs. We call OA Mr. Whiffs because he misses so much. One guy gets in there, he finally gets his chance in the next to the last game of the season. On his first try, he misses somebody. It happens, bro. Does it happen consistently? We don't know because he's not in there consistently. You know who's in there consistently? Always in there consistently. You know who misses consistently? Always misses consistently. So let's talk about Mr. Whiffs. And leave Ben Cleveland alone.
Well, thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. We appreciate it. No, but we do appreciate you all for joining us tonight on this Purple Friday Q&A. Another live stream in the books for these 31 days of content creation for the Baltimore Ravens. Tuesday, that's it. We are donezo.
Listen, I really want to thank each and every one of you. If you're here live, if you do the replay, whatever you do, I want to thank you for sticking with us for the last 27 days because this wasn't easy. When we first got into it, we like, it's a tall task. I don't know if I'm going to do it. Me personally, I thought I was going to throw in a bunch of shorts and say, you know what? Good day, sir. Good day. But we kind of powered through this because you guys came in here and gave us the energy. You know, you let us know this is something that you wanted, so we gave it to you. And I'm sad to say, this is the last Purple Friday Q&A of the year, of next year.
No.
First of all, this is the last Friday of the year, so that regardless.
I know that, but you said I knew where you were going with this, so that's why I said no. This is the last one of the year. That's true.
Listen, DOD coming in here talking about Skull Vikings. Listen, let me tell you this. That is a beautiful stadium that y'all have. I went to Minnesota and I loved it there. Like the ball, amazing. That's a real beautiful stadium. And I'm gonna say this, and I don't want no hate from nobody, but the Vikings purple might be prettier than the Ravens purple. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I mean, you gotta look. I'm saying, I mean, as far as on the helmets, look at the helmets. I mean,
I don't know.
Go. Okay, so hold on. Let me address this. Bazel, what are you talking about, Bazel? This is the second time I saw you say something about collabing on the video. What are you talking about? Did you message me directly? Because if you want to do a video, all you gotta do is say so. I mean, I do videos with anybody. Like, as you can see, I get bullied constantly.
Who bullies you? Big Reg, are you bullying Hendo?
Nah, I was talking about somebody else because I swear I was getting off of work, about to make my fire video with some new technology that y'all never saw before, some amazing special effects that you've never seen in a video ever in life, and then somebody bullied me into doing a live stream, and I forgot what I was going to do.
Well, you're welcome.
Collab ride motorcycles. What? I don't have a motorcycle.
You are welcome. Thank you to all of our channel members who come through. I was going to say week after week, but I can really truly say day after day and support us in the work that we do. Thank you. 86 Goes, Just Tornado, Rave Kingdom, all of you. We see you.
Coles.
Thank you. Yes, all of you. Thank you. It means a lot. Before we go, Hendo,
So,
would you let everyone know where they can find you and what you have going on YouTube?
are we leaving already?
We
We
are.
we skedaddling.
We are.
All right. Well, you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. Oh, and don't forget Blue Sky. I'm on there too.
I don't have anything else to say. Family, thank you all so much. The Nigerian. Now, see, this is what keeps the stream going. I had to give my word. If you leave a donation, we have to keep the stream going. So thank you
Appreciate you.
to the Nigerian Nightmare for the
Listen,
$10 super chat. It says, smash the likes. Do
appreciate
that for us. Double tap the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up twice for us. It helps our channels a ton. Thank
you. Yes, it
you,
does.
Mr. Galloway. We appreciate it. And Big Reg
Yes, sir.
said, why so early? Well, you know what?
That's
That is a great question, and I'm glad you asked. If you don't want the party to end, go ahead and do us a favor, Big Reg. Friday night, go live on your channel, and we will go right on over
I'll be there, shorty.
and just tell him Yolanda and Hendo sent me, and we're heading right over to Big Reg's channel, Big Reg, host of Big Boy Talk. That's what we can do.
Okay.
Always see you. Thank you. Thank you very much. See, now y'all want the stream to continue, and y'all are doing the right thing. Oh
That's
gosh,
what's up.
thank you, 86 Ghost. Thank
Appreciate
you. Dedicated my 2 children's future. Thank you for gifting the memberships. That is very, very generous, very kind. So
Woo!
these are the ones who are just now receiving gifted memberships to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the family. Thank you to 86 Ghost. Really appreciate. Now we have to keep going. Now we have to. I was about to say goodnight, but now we got to go for another few more minutes. We have to talk about something. Let
So
us know
listen.
what you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, let us know what you want us to talk about. Since we told you at the beginning, if you want us to keep the show going, that's how you do it. So
That's how you do it. Listen, we appreciate everything that you guys do. Like,
yeah.
this is really amazing. When I first started this YouTube journey 3 years ago on the 29th of this month,
Wow.
I never thought that it would get to where it has gotten to. And I appreciate you guys so much just for even just coming to hang out with me. Because I figured if I can get 50 people to just come sporadically, I'm cool. I don't have to do no more. I'm good. And y'all really show up for me. And I really do appreciate it. Most of y'all, most of y'all already know, I talk to y'all and associate with y'all more than I do my own family, to be quite honest. So I love y'all. I appreciate everything that y'all do for me. So we're going to do another Ravens stadium tour. I don't know what month. What month? Pick a month. Somebody pick a month. We'll do a tour. All the channel members, all the Patreon members. It's a go. And Danity. All of them and
And
Danity.
Danity.
And
When
Danity.
she
I can't
watches the
wait.
replay, I'm going to tag her. Danity,
Danity does so much for us.
she
Danity does
does. She
so much for
does.
us. So, like I said, we are people we love to give back. Like, we're not just support, like, subscribe, and all this other good stuff, and then we just leave you to be. Like, we love community, we love building stuff, and like, we got so much going on that y'all don't even know outside of Ravens football. But
Yeah.
let me get up off my soapbox and let you do your thing.
No, we actually, I mean, everything that Hendo says, I truly agree with him. It's beyond me how I started my channel in February of this year. So I'm new to these YouTube streets, but you come out and support me, support the work I do, and it's meaningful.
All
It
right.
doesn't go unnoticed. So thank you. Thank you very much.
And that's you.
And
Sorry.
Imani says, I'm glad we didn't end up getting Marshawn Lattimore. He's been
Yes.
injured since the trade, really. He really has. But, funny you say that, Imani, because we tend to draft injured players. That's just kind of what we do.
Don't we have
So
enough cornerbacks?
I know. I know. Not according to our front office, we don't.
Thanks.
86 Go says meet and greet cruise.
See, don't be leaking stuff out there, bro. Like,
In May, he's saying do the stadium tour in May. Book
oh, did you
me and
say
my
over there?
wife to be there. Good. How's she doing? I know she's a Cowboys fan.
She's not well.
You
It sucks.
check on your people. I have friends who are very loyal to the Cowboys
Yes.
organization and they love the Cowboys. So, check on your people.
I want to apologize to my Cowboys friends. I left y'all for dead because y'all Cowboys fans and nobody cares. So good luck next year. But listen, can I share a secret with y'all? Can I share a secret?
Go ahead.
Real quick. It's not gonna take long. So I'm gonna share a secret. So being that we only have one week left in the NFL season, it's I don't want to jinx it. I mean, knock some wood, but it's almost a certainty. Two more fingers are getting filled. Two more fingers are getting filled. I pretty much got my league won. Bazel put up a great fight. I just need him to tank for one more week after this, and I have two more rings coming. Yeah, I'm going out. I'm retiring a champ.
Can you please let everyone know, just in case we have some newcomers, what the rings signify? How can someone else claim a ring for themselves?
So for my Patreon, for $5 a month, you can get into the Discord. You can get into the Pick'ems League. So every year we do a Pick'ems League, and every year I win it. I'm about to be. He said he quit last week. I'm about to be 3-time defending champ in my league because in Pick'ems you only depend on yourself, and I love me some me. And then in the LBHT's league, I'm going for my third consecutive championship.
Oh
I don't know what I did
boy,
with the. I
why
don't
did
know
I
what I did with the
ask?
other one.
Why did
I don't
I
know what I
ask?
did with the other one, but instead of another trophy, I'm just gonna have them get me a ring. I'm going out 2 3 peats. I'm going out on top.
Uh,
You
Make
didn't
sure,
quit. You didn't quit. You didn't quit Ghost because I see you still put your picks in. Like, stop playing, bro.
just go ahead and sign
Lose,
up.
lose gratefully, gracefully.
Go ahead and sign up for Hendo's, all of his leagues, fantasy, all of that, all
I
those.
don't. You lucky I don't bring out the belt. Don't make me get the fantasy football belt that I won. It's got a
No,
nice picture of me on the front of it. It's got my name all through it. Like
right,
it's a
right.
beautiful belt. It's a beautiful belt. It's a beautiful thing. Like I'm just an all around champion. All around thing. I'm not a guru.
Okay, right.
Yo.
Before I get to Jose's comment, I do want to say hi, Jeff. Before I get to Jose's comment, I do want to say hi, Jeff. He
Oh,
says,
it's the
Jeff
mic.
Walker says, we're down this year, but still Raider Nation. Look, you beat us. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I know it was week 2, but you
Okay.
did. And can we go ahead and just take Max Crosby off your hands? I'm just saying, can we have Max Crosby? He would do great alongside
Appreciate you. Appreciate
Odafe
you, Jeff.
Oweh.
Appreciate you, Jeff. You down most years. Not that. Don't just say this year. You're down most years. Let's be real about this situation. Mark Davis is not a good owner. Um, you just make questionable moves. Even Al Davis towards the end, he just kept going for speed instead of going for guys that could play. I have 3 first-round picks, and all 3 of them within like 3 years were gone. So it's not just this year. The Raiders are just terrible, a terrible franchise.
Keep your head up, Jeff. And if you don't want to, if you ever get tired of being
Right.
a part of that organization, that franchise,
Come on over.
come over here. Come
Come on
over here.
over.
We won't even hold it against you. We'll let bygones be bygones. David says, just in my opinion, you guys jump ahead of a lot of YouTube Raven subscribers that I have now. Oh,
Appreciate that.
that is
Listen, we put
very
in
kind. Thank you.
work.
Sometimes I don't know what to say, so I hope thank you captures
Right. Appreciate
everything.
it.
But thank you very much. But support all of the Ravens
All
content creators because this is work. I remember, tell this quick story, and then I promise we're going to
Mhm.
get out of
No, no, no.
here.
Take your time. To Tell this story. Take your time when you tell this story.
Okay. I used to, before I started YouTube, I used to think, oh, this is easy. You just open up a laptop or turn
Mhm.
on a camera and you just
Mhm.
talk. And that's as
Right.
simple as that. And so I would tell Hendo, go live today. Are you going to go
Yeah.
live today? Well, what about
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow? Well, can you go live tomorrow twice? You could do
Mm-hmm.
morning and evening. And
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand just how time consuming it is to put
Mm-hmm.
on an actual show and research and make sure that we're not giving bad information. And it's a lot, but it's rewarding. It's fun because at the end of the day, I get to come and hang out with you and with all of you who come and help me through, the tough times when we're mad at our team and we can celebrate together the good times when our team is doing the right thing. And like I said before, several times during the stream, subscribe, join the family because we're winning the Super Bowl this year. It's going to be an amazing journey for the next month and a half. So thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not accepting any bandwagon applications after the month of December. So y'all got a couple days. If you jumping on the bandwagon, come on right now. I accept you open arms. It's a lot of room, but
Jeff said no. He said thank you anyway. He's been a Raiders fan. Sorry. He's been a Raiders fan for 52 years. He's 62. I'm not going anywhere, but I appreciate the offer though. Well, you know what, Jeff? Even though you come around to these two Raven content creators and just listen to the dialogue that we have about the game, about sports, we appreciate it. And again,
yes,
if you have any influence or any say in Max Crosby, talk to the powers that be and tell them, listen, I'm not a Ravens fan, but I happen to like these two YouTubers for the Baltimore Ravens, and I think gifting them Max Crosby should be on the to-do list. Go ahead and say that. I can type the script out for you, email it to you.
he don't even
Just
want to
help
be a
us out.
Raider. He don't even want to be a Raider no more.
I
Let him go.
know.
Let him go.
Let him come over to he can I'm
Right.
telling you.
Stop holding him hostage. Let him come to a winner. Let that man enjoy success. Listen, even if y'all get better, y'all in a division with the Kansas City Chiefs. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Let that man stop keeping him hostage. Let him listen. Rod Stewart said it best. Young hearts be free. Let that man be free. Let him come east. Bring him somebody that appreciate him. Give him to an owner that can actually pay him.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Well, family, thank you again for coming, spending some of your time on a Friday night with us. Very much appreciated. We will see you back very soon. And by soon, I mean tomorrow. I did not say a live stream, but you don't know. So turn on your post notifications so that you never miss content that's released on our channels, especially for the next 4 days during
You already
this.
know. You already know she's gonna push for a live stream. Or I don't even know why she play these games of video talk. You know what she's pushing for next week. Oh, I'm sorry, tomorrow night. Next week. We don't do this every day. 27 days, 24 live streams.
You're welcome. Take care, family.